Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a look. I'm participating in a challenge on Instagram, a collab, if you will, called Goth Timber, and it is put on by my friend on Instagram, Jenna, who goes by @goth_adjacent. And this is, I think, the second or third Goth Timber that she's hosted, and I like to do as many looks as I can. And today I'm gonna attempt to do one inspired by the theme Siren Goth. And sirens make me think of green for whatever reason, so we're gonna do a green look. And I pulled these two palettes, my ColourPop Good Sport, which is one of my favorite ColourPop palettes that I do not use enough, and then the Melt Gemini, because it's also got like the grungy greens that I adore and love. And I also wanted to talk about some books. I just finished a book and I hated it. I gave it like 2 out of 5 stars, which I think is generous. That was a generous rating. I have so many primers and I don't know what to use. I'm gonna use this Power Grip primer from e.l.f. So I just finished The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, and I hated it. I didn't like it. I don't know why I finished it. I think because I was interested in it. I was intrigued. I wasn't really vibing with it, but I was like, I kind of want to know what happens. And then I literally just got too far into it where I didn't care. I didn't care what happened. I had no qualms about not finding out who did it. Like, it did not interest me. It took me forever to finish it, and that's when I knew I should have stopped. But I didn't. I was like, I literally have like a quarter of this book left. So I had to finish it. And I did, and I hated it. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't shocked. I wasn't in awe. I just didn't like it. And I just hated that I wasted my time. And here's the thing. That is the 3rd book of hers that I have read. I've also read the guest list. Sorry. I'm going in with the REM primer, or concealer that I just dropped. The guest list, 5 out of 5 stars. I thought that book was great. That book did keep me guessing, and I liked it. I liked the guessing. And then I read The Hunting Party, which I was less than thrilled about. I was like, that honestly wasn't that good of a book. And now this one. And I have this rule where if I've read 3 books from an author and I didn't like all 3 of them, then I probably will never read them again. Case in point. Actually, I shouldn't say case in point, because I'm like reevaluating if this is something that I even stick to, because that was the 3rd book and I was like, I'm gonna give her another shot. And I guess if I like this book, that means I can continue reading her, because I can do whatever I want, but it's worth reading because I've liked 2 of her books out of the 3. But if I don't like 2 of the 3 books that I've read, then maybe that author's not for me. So another example of this would be, my sister recommended to me this book. I can't even remember what it was called, but it was by Peter Swanson. And she loved it, so I decided to read it. And I did not love it. It was supposed to be like a kind of a psychological thriller. I wasn't psychologically thrilled. I figured it out pretty quickly, which is not to say that that means it's badly written, but there's just less of a thrill to it. Makes me want to read, I'll just drop something. Makes me just not want to read it, right? Because there's nothing for me to look forward to. And then I read another one of his books. I don't know what I'm looking for. Foundation. NARS, Light Perfecting, of course. I read a second one of his books, and I didn't like it. And I was like, I don't think I hated it as much as the first one, but I didn't like it. And then I just finished for my book club, which I will always read a book club book. I'm not going to be like, no, I don't like that author, I'm not going to read it. Because I like to have discussions with people and talk about why they liked it, why they didn't like it, and see if people feel the same way that I feel. So I was like, okay, this is the 3rd Peter Swanson book. Let me see if I like it. This one was called 9 Lives, or 9 People, or something like that. And I did like it. I didn't at first. And I was just kind of like, oh, I'm going to have to like grin and bear it through this book because I don't like it. I don't like Peter Swanson. And then probably the last, I don't know, 50 or so pages, like literally on the edge of my seat, Anthony like walked by. He was like, you were into this book, aren't you? I was like, oh my God, yes, I am. And now I don't know what to do because I didn't like 2 of his books, but I like this one. Should I continue reading this author? And Anthony was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, it's fine. It's my own problem. And then another author that I'm familiar with in this way is Grady Hendrix. He wrote The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. Amazing book. Amazing book. If you're looking for a spooky rec, perfect for spooky season, I cannot recommend it enough. It was the first one that I read by him. And, oh, I just thought it was so good. I thought it was so good. And then I read the one about the final girls. And I can't remember what it was called. It was like a survivors group or something like that. I'm really bad at titles and this is not helping. But the books that I am talking about, I will like throw them up on the screen somewhere with a little screen grab of the titles. So you don't have to go on just descriptions alone. But, oh God, it was bad. It was not good. I hated it. I read the whole thing because I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt and be like, maybe it picks up, maybe it gets better. It did not get better. I did not enjoy it. And I kind of had written him off. I was like, whatever. Like, I'll wait until another book of his comes out that I want to read. And then I remember everybody losing their minds over, especially like as the 80s have kind of made their comeback, Stranger Things, stuff like that. Excuse me. My best friend's exorcism. And I had a hold on it for so long at the library as an audiobook. And sometimes, I don't know, sometimes audiobooks are different and it's a different experience than actually reading it. So sometimes I wonder if that's why I don't like a book. But at the same time, you're consuming it either way. That's neither here nor there. My best friend's exorcism, hated it. I listened to it on an audiobook and just all of it. I just did not like any of it. I did not enjoy the journey that I went on with that book at all. I did finish it because it was kind of a short book, I feel like. And I was driving. I think that's why. I was driving somewhere. It was a long drive. And I was like, this is it. This is what I'm listening to. Would not recommend, though. So those 3 authors, the same 3 books, did not like most of them. But at least one of them I did. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what that means. I'll put a pause in the book talk in a minute. Because I have absolutely no impulse control. I bought this AF94 Shadow Boxer Eye Crayon. This is Halsey's new, like, affordable line. And it's this really pretty green. And it's absolutely not any of the same greens that I have, of course. This is like a blue-green, but it's very pretty. I don't know why I thought it was kind of more of a green, yellow-green. So I'm going to pull out the Gemini 2. Nope, those are green as well. What do I have that is green? Safari. No. What a unique shade. I don't have anything like it. Oh, that's not. I don't know why I looked in that one. You know, the Antiquity palette has this blue and arsenic. I'm going to keep that one out. What I thought I was going to do was a halo eye, shocker, with like this really deep khaki green, and I thought I would use that in the middle, thinking it was a different kind of green. But it really is just kind of like a bluey green. Bear with me. Ooh, you know, Limna from the Streamside palette. That could be good, but I still need like a different color. So not the Elysian. This Yate London palette. See, but let's see, like I'm covered on shimmer. I'm covered on shimmer. I need mattes. Maybe like a chocolate brown would be a good addition. Aether Beauty. Okay. Reevaluating. Okay, this is gonna be a very different look than what I had planned, and maybe it's not gonna lean siren after all, but I think I'm gonna use maybe this chocolate brown, layer it with this green. I don't know what it looks like right now. It's kind of cool. That didn't do anything. Okay, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wing it using the Streamside palette and this little stick and see where it leads us. Try to take this off my hand. And I still can't find my eye primer, so I put a little bit of foundation on, so hopefully that'll act as some sort of little base. So I'm going to start with that shade Limna on a dense brush, if I can find one. Use this little packing brush and just go in. Let's see. Okay. Okay, yeah, so returning to the book talk aspects. Yeah, so I don't know. I just don't know what that means when I don't like certain aspects or certain books, but I did at one point enjoy the author. I don't know if that means I should continue reading them, give them other chances. Ooh, I can give you another example of an author that I just didn't know how to quit, and I kept trying and I kept getting disappointed. Leanne Moriarty of Big Little Lies fame. I read that book. I have such memories of reading this book. It was right before I started grad school, and this book was massive, and I could not put it down. I could not put it down. I read it almost in one day, this massive book, and it just kept me guessing. I was like constantly being lured down paths, and I was like, oh, it has to be this person. This person had to have done it. Only for it to not be that person, like for like literally the next chapter, the next page, to be like, it wasn't this person because this person's now dead. I'd be like, dang it, right? So I was obsessed and devoured it. And so I was like, I have to read everything this woman has ever written. And then I read a lot of them. I read a lot of her books, and I did not like any of them. I remember, I think I had read like one or two of her books after that and did not like them and was very disappointed. And then Truly Madly Deadly or something like that came out, was announced, and I was like, you know what, I want to read that. That sounds really interesting. And I pre-ordered that book. I ordered it, I pre-ordered it on my Kindle, so it wasn't a physical copy, but I felt so strongly that I was going to like this book that I bought it before it even came out, before I could even like try to get it at the library. I was like, I'm just going to buy it. I hated it. Actually, I think it's the one that I hate the most because it was just not good. It was so annoying, and it was just trying to be, I feel like trying to be like Big Little Lies, which I don't think that about her other books. I don't think she was trying to make Big Little Lies again and again and again, but with that Truly Madly Deadly or whatever it was called, again, I'll put the title up, that's what it felt like. It felt like trying to recapture that, and I did not like it. And I was so disappointed. I didn't read anything from hers for a very long time after that. And then I had Book of the Month. My sister had gifted me like a couple of months of the Book of the Month Club, and I extended that beyond for I think a year or so, until I canceled it. And 1 month it was, you know, exclusive, you get it here first, Leanne Moriarty's new book, 9 Perfect Strangers. And I was like, this is me being stupid, but I'm gonna get this book for my Book of the Month because it's technically free, right? Oh, I could not put that book down. I thought it was so good. I thought it was so good. And I was like, finally, she's come back. This is what I've been waiting for my whole life. And since being introduced to Leanne Moriarty, I've been wanting a book like this. And I recommended it to my friends. Like, it was like probably the first book I recommended of hers in years. And yeah, so that had a good happy ending. And I just recently read Apples Never Fall Far, or Apples Fall Far, or something like that, one of her newest releases. Didn't hate it. Didn't love it. Not as much as I loved the other two of hers that I liked in her repertoire. But I did like it. I thought it was a very good story. So that's what I mean. Like, do I stick around with these other 3 authors and just keep giving them a chance? Or should I just cut them loose and find somebody else and you know, stop wasting my time and energy and money on books that I don't like? I don't know. Such a hard thing. Truly, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. These are 2 very different greens. Damn it. 2 very different greens, but maybe I wish this had a finer point. Maybe we just cover it all up like this and do a fun little graphic eye, maybe. Well, this is not at all. I shouldn't have done the other eye. I should have just... How do people make these so crisp? Oops. It is a very pretty color, though. I do like the color. But it's just unlike any other blue-green that I have. Did I tell you the color of this? This is the shade Saguro. Possibly, yeah. There we go. Oh, I can't do this because I can't see. How do they do this shape? Because I'm struggling with this shape. Back to the books. So now I finished that book. I am listening to an audiobook called It's Always the Husband. Not loving it, but also still intrigued enough to want to continue. Like, it's kind of annoying. I don't know, again, if it's like an audiobook thing, and maybe I just would enjoy it better as a book. And I could do my own voices. Two very different shapes. But I really want to do like a spooky read. I want a spooky season book. And I have been on the book talk side of TikTok for a minute, and I have so many screenshots of books of spooky season recs, and I don't know where to start. I guess I should start at what my library has. And that will decide for me. Because if I can't get it, I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, I don't even want to go out in public like this. I'm all for bold looks, but this just kind of doesn't look good. I don't know. I don't know how we can salvage this. We'll have to see what other goth timber looks there are and see if I can, like, push this towards that instead. I'm not getting siren vibes. It is a very pretty color. I do really like the color. I'm gonna pull that Antiquity palette back out because that shade Arsenic, I don't think it's gonna save the look, but it might do something for it. That's the shade right here. Like, I'm getting same vibes. Same vibes. I'm just gonna go in with my little finger. Nope, didn't add anything. But it is kind of like setting that cream, so that's nice. That's nice. Now I'm gonna take Aristocrat, which is that blue. But yeah, it's spooky season. I would love a good spooky read. I need to start sticking to my guns better. And when I don't like a book, just need to not finish it. I think, and I'm all for not finishing books. Like, if life's too short to read bad books. I think I've said that many a time here. But I also feel like I get too far into them sometimes that, like, it'd be a shame to not finish at that point. Which is really silly, because it's not a shame, because I'm just disappointed. Not upset, just disappointed. I kind of want to add a liner, like, and just make it really sharp. Kind of like a siren eye, but I don't really know how to do that. I should watch a TikTok on it. Very pretty color. It's got a good sheen to it. Go in with a black lipstick. This is the Fenty. Oh, no, it's not black. This is called Clapback. And it's a navy. It's a navy blue. There's a, I don't love it. I don't love any of this. I don't, but that's okay. That's okay. They can't all be winners. Back you up a bit so you can see in full force. I think it's interesting. It's an interesting look. I just wish I could have executed it better. I wish I was better at like making these shapes. I truly just don't know how to fix it. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're beyond fixing at this point. See, and I actually don't hate the shape of it. I just wish they matched better. But this is it. I'm gonna call it a siren look and post it for Goth Timber. So. If you stuck around for this whole train wreck, thank you. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, comment, stick around for more chaotic makeup looks. If you have any spooky season wrecks, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I have enough to choose from already, but what's a few more? And if I get an actual recommendation, I always put those to the top of the list anyways. So, but yeah, I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye. This is actually Jillian 10 minutes after she finished filming. I took off that lipstick. I did not like it. I added some additional liner. Not super easy to tell, but I feel better about this look now. But yeah, not all was lost, and things are better now. So I just wanted to report back and say that I think it's a much better look now. Maybe. I don't know. I think so. I'm also holding my camera funny because I was taking pictures. This eye still is better. This eye is still better. I will say that, but it's okay. That's all. That's all. Now I'm done. Okay, bye. Have a good day.